Hello students, I hope you have gone through the previous lecture in which I was discussing a time members. The question was asked us to find tensile capacity of two angles connected back to back. And I have said in that previous lecture, I am gonna rearrange that angles in different ways and we will find a tensile capacity. So it's a B part of that same question. It's a continuation of that previous question. In the previous question we have connected angle sections like this on the either side of the diagram is not good. I will draw it again. Okay, you have this gusset plate and you have connected angle section on each side of that gusset plate, right? Like this. And for this arrangement we have calculated tensile capacity. The tensile capacity is calculated with three modes of failure as TDG, TDN and TDB. One gives is a yielding, rupture and block shear, right? Out from that calculation we have understood how to calculate tensile capacity for two angles connected on either side of your gusset plate. In this session, in today's session, I will discuss what if I connected that angle section on same side of your gusset plate. It is in previous session I have discussed this is the spacer and you have connected angle sections on the same side of your gusset plate, right? And this is what your gusset plate is. Okay, instead of placing one angle on each side, I have arranged it on same side. I have placed it, connected it on same side of your gusset plate. Now let's discuss how to calculate tensile capacity for this type of connection. So see, if two angles connected to the same side of gusset plate, then design strength due to yielding of cross section will be 393.64. How come 393.64? If you remember, the TDG value, a tensile capacity in yielding of cross section in the previous lecture of when we placed an angle on each side of your gusset plate, we found that value as after calculation as 393.64. It's the same value I am placing here, and I am saying even if you connect the angles on same side of your gusset plate, you will get same strength in a yielding of cross section. Now question is how? And to answer that question, let's see the arrangement. See, in this arrangement you can see this one is your gusset plate, the bottom one is your gusset plate, this one is your gusset plate. Okay, and angles are connected on the same side. Angle dimensions, I mean the angle size is same. Angle is of 75 by 75 by 6 mm thickness. Okay, even the gusset plate thickness is same. If you remember, the angle we used in a previous problem is 75 by 75 by 6 and gusset plate we use is of 10 mm thickness. Nothing has changed. I have taken exactly the same problem, only the angle positions has been changed. Now, if I calculate TDG for this, okay, TDG will be, formula of it is Fy into Ag divided by gamma m naught, right? Fy is material property and that remains same because I have not changed the material for that angle, right? Even I have not changed size of that angle. Then Fy will be remain 250 MPa. Okay, Then gross area. If the angle size is not changed, will AG change? No, definitely not. From the steel table, we have understood that in steel table a gross area is mentioned, and gross area for section or angle 75 by 75 by 6 is 8.66 centimeter square, right? In AG was 866 square. And if I am not changing angle, AG will remain same. Okay, AG will remain same. So in formula TDG, Fy remains same, which is 250. AG has not changed, remains same, and gamma m naught is also same. Therefore, multiplying with 2, as we are using two angles on same side, multiply this formula with 2, we will come across a value same as 393.4 kilonewton. Okay, moving further. Yes, assuming 10 number of bolts of 20 diameter, 5 bolts in each connected leg. Okay, now if you remember, in the previous problem or in the previous arrangement of your angles, I have used only 5 number of bolts. I have used only 5 number of bolts of M20 diameter of 20 and grade 4.6. But here, due to the different arrangement, we required more number of bolts. Okay, you must remember this. Due to the arrangement of angle on the same side of your gusset plate requires a more number of bolts than the angle connected on the each side of your gusset plate. Okay, this is one of the disadvantage we can say, because you require 5 more bolts to connect or to make an arrangement like this. Okay, now how this look in a plan, that we gonna see. So see here in plan, this is your gusset plate, this outer box is your gusset plate, this internal block representing the angles, one angle of this side, other angle of this side. Okay, so this is your one angle, this is the thickness of connected leg, this is the thickness of connected leg, and this is the outstanding leg. Okay, now I have used 5 number of bolts to connect this angle with main gusset plate. Okay, 5 on this side, 5 on another side. So you can see here in plan I have 5 bolts on each side of your angle. Okay, now what is tag bolts? In the previous problem, while reading question, we come across a tag bolt word, right? And I have explained there the tag bolts are the extra bolts you require to connect, or instead of connecting I will say to combine the two sections. If you are using more than one section, which may be a eye, angle, channel, whatever type of section it may be, but if you want to make them a combine and act as a one member, you have to use extra bolts, and that is called as a tag bolts. That is called it as a tag bolts. Okay, so tag bolts are help us to combine or keep two different angles or sections in a place and may behave and then they behave it as a single member in your arrangement, right? And these tag bolts are mentioned over here. See, those have placed beyond your gusset plate. Your gusset plate ends over here. Okay, your gusset plate ends over here, but the tag bolts are placed outside it. What's the purpose? Because you have one connection over here also and here. These are your connecting load transfer or load carrying bolts. Those are the design bolts. Those carry a load as well as they connect your two angles with each other and with the help of gusset plate, right? But these two extra bolts are placed to combine this section. They don't carry any load, but what purpose they serve is keeping intact these two angles, right? So I have explained you what is tack bolt, and tack bolt clause is mentioned in your IS code on page number 74. The clause number for this tack bolt is 10.2.5.4. In previous lecture, I have missed this middle 5. I mentioned you 10.2.4 or something is missing in that clause number. So you should remember or write down from here and use your IS code. Please open your IS code and read that clause. Clause number 10.2.5.4 on page number 74. On page number 74. Go through it. Now, coming to the TDN calculation. TDN calculation is net rupture, okay, area rupture of net area, okay. Now, will this value change? No, even TDN remains same. Why TDN remains same? See here. First, we will complete the bolt part, design of bolts we will finish, and then we will move towards the TDN. So assuming 10 number of bolts, as you can see, we required 5 bolts to connect one angle. From the previous problem we understood that. That's why to connect the two angles to gusset plates I am using 10 bolts, 5 on each side. What will be a strength of bolt? 45 into 10. What is 45? You must remember it is a capacity of M20 bolt in single shear, okay. So 10 into 45.3 453 kilonewton, and it is greater than the 393.64. What is it? It is a yielding strength, okay. When we are discussing yielding of gross section, we come to know the capacity and tensile capacity or tensile strength of that section is 394, and whatever bolt you are using will give is giving you a more strength. That's why we are on safer side. Now, the arrangement of bolt is shown in a figure, and block shear strength will be remain same as before. Even the block shear remains same, okay. Before that, we will go for TDN value. Before that, we will go for TDN value because that's missing over here. So see, if I am talking about TDN value, yes, this TDN formula, if I am using alternate formula, that will be a alpha into AN, net area, into FU divided by gamma M1, okay. If we select alpha will be 0.8 again, because clause says that if you are using more than 4 number of bolts, the alpha will be 0.8. What will be a AN? AN will be a same, because see, the arrangement has not changed. You are using, if you see the cross section, okay, if you see the cross section, the only change is that the bolts were on this side, got changed to this side. Will it make any change in the net area? Of course not, because dia of a bolt remains same. The angles are of equal length, that's why no change in net area. If you want, I can calculate for you. AN will be if I choose of this angle, the outstanding leg will be of 75 minus 6 by 2 into thickness 6 plus connected leg will be 75 minus 6 by 2 minus 22 into 6. So net area value remains same, and if I multiply this whole value with 2, I will able to calculate net area for whole section. So therefore TDN value, therefore TDN value is also not changed. And arrangement of bolt is as shown in a figure, and due to this same arrangement, only changes what? The bolt is placed in the bottom direction, and connected to the gusset plate. But as the angle is of equal length, bolts are of same diameter, the whole dia will remain same, gusset plate thickness is also same, and the arrangement is as we did in the previous. Only changes, bolts were here in the previous problem or previous arrangement, now they shifted to the downward direction, but that caused no change in a calculation of AVG, AVN, ATG, ATN. If you want, you can use your calculator to calculate all these values. Please write it down and try to calculate it on your own, and you will get block shear value. Even block shear strength will be same. So I want to add a note over here that hence the tensile capacity remains same, though if you added angle, if you arrange the angle on each side of your gusset plate or on same side of your gusset plate, the tensile capacity remains same. But what does change? What change it makes? See, in the previous arrangement where you have connected angles on either side, if you want better diagram, in this arrangement the bolts you required are less, but bolts were in double shear, right? But if you connect it like this, if you use the second arrangement like this, where gusset plate is in bottom side and bolts are on bottom side, at that time the bolts were in single shear only. That's the major difference here. But even if the bolts are in double shear, the number of bolts required are less. And you are using optimum capacity of those bolts. But here, to make this arrangement, you are utilizing partial capacity of that bolt. You are utilizing single shear capacity only, and the number of bolts required are 10. Here you have 5 number of bolts, but in second arrangement you require 10 number of bolts. So you are utilizing the partial capacity of it and placing more number of bolts to do a same arrangement, right? The next difference is that load, how they transfer the load. So in second case of this, the loads are eccentrical, they transfer more eccentrically, whereas in the first they may transfer equally. That's why I have added this note that tensile capacity of both arrangement, like angles connected on the same side and connected on the opposite side of a gusset, are same, but number of bolts required are increased in the second case where you in the first case when you connect on same side. In the same side, the single shear force or single shear capacity of bolts are utilized. In second type of bolts or a second type of arrangement where angles are connected on opposite side, double shear capacity of bolts are used. When you connect the angles on same side, the more eccentric transfer of shear force takes place. So write it down, all the important part of this session in your notebook. Try to solve the problems of similar type from the questions available on reference book. Thank you so much.